Hey, you're a guten Abend. Morgen, guten Tag, wherever you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to spend a quick hour trying to finish tidying this bit up here. What we have is the central storage area that's coming together slowly for bows, candy canes, no branches, etc. Most of which we're using at the moment, and most of which is being produced by this little section here. I'll probably just fly through here quickly and check that everything's running okay. Looks like it is. A bit fuller than I would like, but I think sometimes when you stop and start, load the game, and it gets a few things not messed up necessarily, but it just has to wait a minute before it gets things running properly. That's why we're full of packages here, which we kind of shouldn't be, but that's okay. As long as we're pulling 1200 out of each one, which we seem to be, that looks like it's running at a good pace. So there's a couple of things I want to do. Let's bring this over here for a second so we can fly ourselves over. So we have this little production area here of fireworks. Need to move that somewhere. We're still, okay, we're just filling up the base units there. Go on. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. That's plenty. So what I was thinking is a bit of standard corner here for these 4. In addition to that, we can add in the production of, now what was I thinking of? I was not thinking about doing these. I was just going to skip straight to this stuff. The production of Wonder Stars, we're going to have to move a little bit somewhere else, because these things all require the baubles. Excuse me. And for bauble production, we'll need another set of iron, a bit of iron and copper. We pop over here. Oh, this needs a final tidy up as well, just a little bit.
Oh shit! I was just about to pop my
Here we can
cookies.
see we're sending a few iron ingots and copper ingots back over to the main base. Not actually needed anymore because we're not going to use them over there anymore. So this we could actually use here. I decided not to build anything in the middle of the tree in terms of production. So this can actually go, and these wagons are basically then irrelevant. There's no point in having them here, or whether we could use them to send some items back to the main base if we wanted to. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things. Potentially the combined ones. I need to combine things back. Oh, Wonder Stars, the wreaths, and a few other things like that. We could do that. That would make sense, maybe. And then we could afford to make these here as well. We could afford to make more of these, to be honest. It's not actually really the problem. If we go over here and have a quick squiz into the facility that's here to store all of these, you can see that we have currently 1, 2, 3 layers full. 4th layer is not full yet. So a quick squiz around here. It's starting to fill up though. Got a bunch. Each one of these is 4,800 ornament bundles in it. So we're going to have plenty of that. And then since that's the whole point of this playthrough, so I'm going to be happy with that, I guess. They're just going to sort out. Please don't crash. There we go. A bit of storage. You can need to dismantle this more or less. Going to simplify it a lot. We're going to make just probably 1 Wonder Star per minute. Since the production has all done everything we needed to do. Same with this, we're going to cut this right down. But first of all, we need to tidy this up a little bit. So this would be the idea. Then we could have, I guess, the production, so the storage of the fireworks would ideally sort of go here. 1, 2, 3. We've got room for another 4 here. We've got the fireworks to store the fireworks in a separate storage area. We can also extend this a little bit if we want another layer of bins on the back here. 2, 3, 4, 5, which we basically do because we have so many of those. Let's pretend that we're going to do that. Set this up. So there. Rid of this. Goes into there. We do this. Then it's enough. Oops, sorry, excuse me. It's enough to handle all of the things that we have there now. No, let's show this race you as well. On here, let's get rid of this bit here. Get this, you can go onto there. Right, now we need to move this stuff. This has a nice belt array system coming over here. And honestly, what we can do here is we could just combine all this onto a single one, and then think it at the end here. When I say think it, I mean do a smart split. Sounds like a much better idea than anything else. Just a single belt would be much easier, so let's do that. Smart splitter here, or here, no, here. There. Here. And one here. This is going to be any to the left, overflow to the right. Yeah. Any undefined, that's not going to work, is it? I want everything to go in here, but then I want to pull things off from. Oh, we can do it from there. We can do it like that. That's true. So we'll go any to the right, overflow ahead. None there. And this can't be any. This has to be. What's this? Branches. Yep. This branch that way. This is going to be candy cane. Candy cane and overflow. This is going to be bow, fix this bow. And overflow, and the last one is going to be actual snow and overflow. So we're going to do this, and then we pull this side here, I guess. Will work just fine. Yep, good. Go to here. Then for the minute, I'm just bringing this along here. This is going to be not big enough, I think. No, okay, we need a higher lift there. And bring this across over here somewhere. Actually, it doesn't matter for the moment. I want to rearrange this to be. How can we do this? Let's put them off to this side. overflow all merging together. This was to come over here, and we do something similar on the other side. This it comes like it goes here, more or less. So you're facing the wrong way, jeez. Go that way, please. Oops. Like that. That would come to here. That would come in there. Whoop. That would happen here. And we're going to have to go a little bit further, I think, than that. There. This is exactly. It was there. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that one's gone a bit too far then. Over here. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. There, please. Get rid of this one here. Don't forget. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. These should be up there, I think. Yep. Good. Put these together. That one will go into the air in a second. Switch that around. Of course, you're not the same height, are you? It's a bit annoying. You would go here, for example. Would be quite useful if you were that height. Do that, be sure. Come back to here somewhere. Go down to here, curving mode. Go over to here. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Over here, but now we're in stream mode. Okay, we'll work our way around that. That's not right, is it? It needs to come down too. Damn it. Okay. Easier. Anything else? You go that way. Here. Then that. You get it here. And you go from here to this is wrong. This one zoom across the front here so we can see everything working, and then this can go there. It should be the right height. Perfect. Now, switch this over. Get rid of this here. That's good. Okay. Oh, nope. Already got a problem. No belts. And now. Okay. No bows, candy canes, and branches. Perfect. We can get this stuff out of the way. G'day, horsey. How you doing, mate? Merry Christmas to you. Hope you had a fantastic time in the last few days. You should do the pass it on event. What pass it on event? Is it number 10? I saw somebody doing that the other day.
I was just about to pop my cookies.
When's that supposed to be done? Up and running? I'm about to head off on holiday shortly, so that may not work out. Who else to build a theme? What's the theme this time? Remember the last? I wouldn't be watching the last one you did. The TARDIS, yeah, it's pretty awesome, really good. I need to do it. Wow, I mean, you did mention that last time. I don't think when is it supposed to be? When is it supposed to be on? Yeah, I can't take that yet. Yeah, bows. Bows. Honestly, I don't need all these damn bows. Get rid of them. Tons of bows. Let's take these. Tell me when it is. Bows. It's everything they've done before, but not repeating what's in those builds. Okay, so it's whatever theme you liked from previous playthroughs. Okay. Honestly, I mean, if you'd be right. If I did something like that, I would get a lot of viewers. Remember, you got quite a few when you did it. Definitely an advantage. Definitely an advantage. I'll look it up, mate. Honestly, I'll look it up. January's not really good for me, though. No, we've got lots of people coming around in the next little bit. You know what Christmas and New Year and stuff is like. But I'll look into it. I can't get rid of you. What is this? Tell me what this is. There, I got rid of it. Yay! I think there was some branch creation going on there. Let's see, why have I got so much damn snow? Yeah, it looked like it was, mate. It looked like it was. It looked like you were enjoying yourself. Important thing, right? I just dumped the snow. I don't need that. I just need to make I don't have is any snowball production, I think. That's a good point. Alright, so we're dismantling this. As a real short one tonight, mate. I'm going to go to bed before the ads come on. Put this over here though, so we can get this, make sure nothing actually stops here. But the tree is done. The pyramid tree over there is basically done. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to do anything else in there. I think that's done. Bauble production is all beautiful. Bauble storage is done. Oh no, Mum, is it bad? Oh, that's no good, mate. No good. They're saying German and a gute Besserung, so hope she feels better soon. So when is the pass it on? I mean, you don't have to tell me when. I can have a look myself. I can have a look myself. It will be tricky because I've got the kids here at school holidays. Yeah, we trying to find a spot to do something like that is just difficult. Go on till Jan 1. It starts then or it finishes then? Why is this so slow? What's going on here, man? Oh, well, this should be producing how many items per minute, should it? Oh, it finishes on Jan 1st. 6. Actually producing more items than I thought. Maybe. I guess this plan's not going to work, is it? Oh hell, 480 plus 240 plus 240 is 960 plus what? 960 plus what? 288. Ah. Oh, look at this genius. Man. What? It's just. Oh. I believe the right term is what a muppet. I'd have to do that again. We have to run 2 lines. That's all we can do. We can run 2 lines. It's all good. And I don't think you are. Oh, you were only Liquid. And then this one. Should be an easy enough fix. Go to here. Of course, you're not going to do that, are you? Good, got that right. Do. Gonna need another level of that, like that. Sure, and then we can have this here. It goes like this, right? We get rid of this, rid of that, put that over here. I'll get rid of that, sorry. Take this, put it over here. That one will go straight through. This one will be a higher level. Quickly put this on. Put this belt here. Oops, wait. Everything else going right there, mate? New house is good. Gaming PC, everything running? Okay. Right, so I've got one thing that I can't do, which I guess is going to be the branches. We'll send the branches through on the bottom line. Everything else can come on the top line here, which means we just take this and we go and zoom up here. High level. Like that. Over here real quick. But actually speaking, there's a problem at the end here, then, isn't there? Why is the snow not coming down extra light? Or is it? Or is it somehow actually working? It shouldn't be. Right. Nothing's backing up here. Candy canes are not backed up. Bows are not backed up. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there is some going down there, right. Not quite going mad yet. Let's delete this. This one. Why are there 2 dots there? This one goes to here, and then this one goes up. That bullshit, isn't it? To be honest. What have I done there? I missed something. Oh, yeah, this bit here. Let's get rid of this one here. Give me a second. We'll be right up and running again. What? Ah, come on. Damn it. Yeah, this goes away. Let's do this. Like that. Yeah. Hey, you should be branches, mate. Oh, you are. I need a merger. Merger. Well, I appreciate your your faith in me and the ability to do something like a pass it on. I would be terrified. What the hell happened there? Oh no, you shitting me. How the Muppet gets that wrong? I swear to God, I looked at that. Damn it. I double and triple checked that that was in the right spot. And of course it isn't.
Oh, shit! I was just about to pop my cookies!
Now it is, right? So, that's something on, wait, I can't do that. I'm going to take this one. This one goes there, and this one goes here. That goes away, that goes away, that goes away. Grab a merger, merger, merger. Yeah, so I would be absolutely petrified. Not doing a pass on event. Going here to it, isn't there? Oh my god. Somebody employed me as a software engineer, unbelievably. Alright. Thank God my work is a bit better than my building skills, apparently. Do that. Let's grab this one from here to here. And go that way then, sure. Right, branches coming in. We need a lifter here. This is now going to be like that, and it's going to be straight, right? Okay. Right, so that's done. Now, branches, I need branches. Some stuff going on over here, so we're going to nick this over here. I really shouldn't do this, I should do this better than this. What do we want to do here? I think you all need branches, right? But to be honest, this production can just stop. We have so many of these damn things. Don't need to do this anymore. We can just shut this down. Prepare it for the next level. So let's just get rid of it. Oops, 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 oops. Because a lot of this stuff is going to... I'll probably come back and go over there, or I'm going to take some of this directly upstairs, depending on how many branches and whatnot we need. And actually, by the time we've done that, there probably will be no need for the second line, then you can all be done on one line. But that's not for today, for another day. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not sure I have enough Mercer spheres actually to do the next step. I don't have any Mercer spheres, sorry. I have 3, okay. I might as well. We will leave that one, put it. No, actually we will. We'll do it like this. They will do the standard things. I still want snowballs. Yeah, it was good, mate. It was really good. Had my brother around for Christmas Day, and his kids, so cousins, all hang out, had a good time. Yeah, Mum was here as well, so that was all good. And then we had old mate come around on Boxing Day yesterday for dinner, so it was all nice as well. Yep. Yeah, it's been good. Kids have enjoyed themselves. All a bit knackered now, of course. But it's been good. Pretty crap weather. Did some very crap weather. Christmas Day itself was quite nice, but Boxing Day was pretty rubbish. Yeah, but that's alright. That's alright. I'm glad the Eagles went well. Oh, they so like I say, sorry to hear about your mum. Hope she gets better soon. Oh, she will with some tender, loving care from her son. Right, so now I'm going to run this stuff here over. They're all Mark 3 lifters, but they can't be Mark 6s, so it's probably going to be actually full. This stuff here. So let's just upgrade so we can move things a bit quicker. Be nice to clear all this rubbish out. Well, it's not rubbish, sorry, just to clear it out. This is our downward coming one, so let's just go like this. Do the same thing here. Hopefully it won't take too long to drain these. Here. Next one. And the last one. Oh, we're just going to put them in a bin. Doesn't really matter which one. Too stressed about that. Just have them all next to each other. I mean, it doesn't need to be on the list here. So we'll just go 1, 2, and 3. We'll get those draining. Out of there, and then next intention will be, although we've only got 15 minutes left, so it's probably not going to do very much tonight, to be honest. There's 2 couple of things. So what I could do, and something I'm reasonably keen on, is to leave this like that, because we have over here the big double layer set up for the ornamental bundle. Get over here, have that setup going on there, but that's so the contrast is quite nice between that open plan but double layer encased buildings here, encased storage over there. We'll do something similar like that here for this storage, but it'll be a very low level thing. And then perhaps the best thing to do would be have a separate production here, which would then be for these things. So like the snowballs, which we also want to get in here somewhere. There's actual snow. So if we then had snowballs coming down here, that would be basically almost enough that could stop there. It could also leave it as it is and then do snowballs, because let me just check. Snowball is from actual snow just in a constructor. We could have a batch of these. Oh, interesting. Just thinking about that. We have... I know we can't do that. I was thinking of taking some of these and doing it as a... taking the snowballs out and putting them directly into the next line, but that's not going to work there. Okay, so perhaps we don't need... Perhaps we don't need that here. Maybe that can all go in second story. So this would then be essentially first layer products. Storage. Oh, autosave. Okay, got that. You know what I mean? Although, to be fair, these are not first layer items. They're second stage, so it kind of takes that purpose away. There's branches and candy canes, so Just made a liar out of myself there. Because if we disregard... What, I want to store baubles or not? Could say, actually, no, just do it like this. The actual snow can go here. This stuff can all stay here. The chain production stuff for the Wonder Star can go somewhere else. So I'll have this here. All these items here can feed into here. This will stay as it is. At this point here, we'll pull these belts off and take them out of wall over this side somewhere. And that can travel over here to second stage production. Let's just make that. Put it up at the moment so we see what they're going to look like a bit. Bearing in mind we don't need to take anything from here. We're not going to need to take anything from actual snow. This will need... That's a little bit complicated. This will need this and this and this to make the fireworks, so that will feed back into here. But let's look at it this way. So these up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would I need this to make snow and the fireworks. Oh, that's not a straight belt, not a curvy belt like that. Do it again. That would do that, and then we would have, well, what the hell is this? Oh, branches. Well, branches will eventually fill up, hopefully. Yeah, I might have messed that up a little bit, but I'm honestly quite sure that as long as this stays reasonably full, yeah, we should. Yep. Yeah, okay. I have done that a little bit wrong, I think. Need to better design this. Need this here to come off basically, so that that's whatever, it doesn't matter. We're not going to run into this. Not going to run into the situation where we're going to run out of branches. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It'll take a little while for this to fill up, but once it does, it's sweet. Yeah, we're going to definitely be producing more than we're going to be using. So this is going to then head off. I don't know, over here somewhere. Well, maybe not to there exactly, but there'll be another wall here somewhere at the next factory. We're going to have these in it at the right height, hopefully. Oops, that was wrong. Go straight across. In between the two. That. And then we'll have the small building here. We're going to do something similar to this. It's going to make actual snow. I guess we can even do that now. Perhaps. This. No, it's not going to be that big, is it? Xmas. I do have an actual Xmas actual snow production. Do I? Oh, I forgot about that. We probably want to keep that up and running. Now which way are you going? Do it like this. Let's check. Could be an open plane one. Could actually be. It's going the wrong way. Xmas actual snow. Got Snowballs version 2 from earlier on. A long time ago, actually.
Oh, shit! I was just about to pop my cookies!
I'm going to assume you take gifts. Actual snow. The wrong thing. Got it. What snowballs out? Snowball maker? What is this? Ooh. It's an old one. Ooh, look at that. Wow. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to grab a constructor. Have a look. This snowball. 15. Make 5. 15. 30. Get up to 20. What's that do if I do that? 2.5. 20. They're going to be nasty. Are you going to be a 6.6666? Something annoying. Yep, okay, that's annoying. Oh, then we'll do a 4-way. 21 is fine. Lock it here. This. We put that on the other side. Good. Quadruple splits. Easiest way. Not splitter, just a standard splitter. 1. 2. 3. And a smart splitter here somewhere. Gonna go that. This is gonna be, let's make this Mark 3. We can. And this can be a Mark 1. But here you can be mini and float. And then we want the no. Oh, which of course is on completely the wrong side. We're going to do this immediately. Going to do this. And then the other 3, whatever we're going to do with the other 3, I think we're going to probably spin them like this somewhere. It's on top of it. Yep, yep, not very good. Okay, this was not very blooming good, is it? Okay. We have to make this a bit higher then. Do that bit. Now then, this lot. Just going to do this. So you're not going to do that the other way around. Yeah, once again. Get up. And that stuff can lift and go. Where are we? Yep, you can do that. Then we'll have this here. Yep, good. But color it real quick, real quick, real quick. Good, good, good. Need some power. Power poles. The inside here, like that. Chrisbel, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for the raid. I hope you're having a fantastic day or evening or morning, wherever you are. What have you been playing for this fine evening? Oh, satisfactory. Excellent. What was your game plan for the stream? Did you have a plan? And did you complete your plan? Those of you know don't know me. Hey, Nicolad, I come from New Zealand. Up to a couple of years ago, I was streaming from Germany, but now I've been here. I've been back in NZ for a couple of years now. And I have very irregular streams, so I do apologise about that. But yeah, it's just the way things are at the moment. Oh, you're an Aussie. Whereabouts are you an Aussie? Like most people, you've gravitated towards Melbourne, I guess. Or Sydney. I've got a brother in both. One brother up in Sydney, one brother in Melbourne. Are you in Queensland? Okay. Very nice. A long-time satisfactory player? Let me just quickly bung some power on here so I can get this thing running, because I would like to have this going for tonight. I need to paint that as well. To explain what I'm doing here is...
Oh, shit! I was just about to pop my cookies!
Thank you very much, Aussie. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, nice. Very nice to see.
Shit! I was just about to pop my cookies!
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Nice to have some fellow Kiwi, Aussie, Antipodean people joining in, so thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Like I say, I do apologise that my streaming schedule is a bit rubbish. You join me here, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I will not be on for much longer. I have stuff to do tomorrow, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I will try and give you all a quick tour if you hang out for another 10 minutes. I can finish this thing and can have a quick look going around. You played 105 hours since started playing with the new updates. The 1.1, you mean? Yeah, this is a big ass save. This is 1,060 hours, I think now. This one, and it's what is it? So the premise of this save was it started back up in the update 7 when update 7 came out, and I wanted to do a build where there are no input manifolds anywhere. So any sort of production system like this has balanced split inputs. Meant that progress has been, in some cases, very slow, very tedious. But it's made for a production line that actually starts up and stops pretty quickly. So it's nice to see how quickly things get back on track again. So I'm just going to just quickly. I just want to get this running, and then it can go for a few. Well, I can go for a little while until I get this fixed. And I've built that on the wrong side of the output, haven't I? Of course I have. Let's grab this one here and do that. Try and do that bit better. Take that to there. There, and this is going to be my snowball collection. Are you still learning? Okay. Well, I mean, do you want me to spoil or not? I don't want to be a spoiler. So to take this back, you guys need to be that one. Yeah. I don't want to make too many snowballs. Oops, didn't paste that one correctly. That still didn't paste. Oh dear. Wait. Alright, well, I'll give you a tour then. We can either take a train around, or we can do the cheat and fly. What would you prefer? Train journey is probably easiest. This is my Fixmas event. Over there we have a big ass tree. Show you the trains. Okay, we'll see if we can grab a train. This is my gift tree maker thing. I'll take you over there in a second. Makes a bunch of gifts and also supplies me with a bit of iron and copper. So I've got a train running over here, which is just dumping off the gift. And at the moment, so the whole idea of this Fixmas event this year, for me anyway, is to make a whole bunch of what I call Fixmas ornaments, because you can make these things out of them. So these fairy lights, Fixmas power, and so you need those, the cable and the ornament bundles. So the whole point was to try and make as many of those as we could. So in order to do that, you need to make a bunch of red and blue baubles. So that's what we're doing here. 960 and 1440 of those. And then you combine them with a bit of copper ore and iron ore. So that's the smeltering array over there. It's a bit hard to see. It's on the other side of the train station. And then combine that to make some iron and copper baubles. And then we send them around here to make 480 is our target of bundles per minute. Now we have a nice collection area going on over here. So I'm going to have, I don't know, I've added up one day, but it's going to be a lot. I'm going to have a lot. Which means I should be able to, hopefully, replace any cable I like for the rest of this playthrough with the fairy lights. And sort of light things up nicely. My base just in the ocean over there. No, that one there is sitting on a little bit of land sticking out there. This bit here was built. Well, this bit is built on the sea, but it's not the main base. The main base is spread all over the place. Oh, geez, Horsey, mate, you don't need to do that, but thanks very much. Very kind. Very kind.
Oh, shit!
Oh, I got a new
I was
follow as
just
well.
about
Awesome.
to pop my cookies.
Thanks very much, Phantom. Appreciate that. Let's nip over to the tree. Have a quick look at that, and then I can take you on a train trip around the world and try and explain what the hell is going on. Like I say, it's a big save, and there's lots of trains running. As you see in the map here, if I turn off resources, that's the extent of the train network. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Just to quickly explain, oil processing is going on up here, the north. Up here we're making a lot of rotors, stators, motors, turbo motors, frames, modular frames, fuse modular frames, or heavy modular frames, and fuse modular frames I should say. There's aluminium production going on down here. It still needs to be tuned up a bit. We have power over here for rocket fuel, also over here for rocket fuel. The main base is down here in the grassy plains, and up here we have a nuclear setup going on as well. In the middle there's more or less nothing. Anyway, let's quickly whip over to the trees. You made a concrete beam factory there. Well, you got to start somewhere, mate. I just did a bit of decorating in here earlier on. Tried to make it, give it something in the middle there that makes it look like it's being held up by something.
Oh, shit! I was just
so if we
about
nip
to
through
pop
here,
my cookies.
it's not dark enough. Let's see what's going on with these trees from the inside. That's what it looks like. We come all the way up here. There's a bunch of snow machines. Hopefully there's power here. What's the last time I checked? Yep, there we go. I appreciate it, you know. You'll get here as well, I'm sure. Yep, that's it. There's a whole bunch of Fixmas gift trees here, which, like I say, are making the gifts to go over to the other side. To do all that, to make everything we need, basically. And yeah, a nice little setup here. Let me just snooze those ads. We get a couple minutes before they pop on. Yeah. So that's it. This is going to be my entry for the Fixmas competition this year. I haven't entered it for a few years. But I'm going to have a go with this. No. Oh, I got a whole bunch of Wonder Stars around here. That's pretty cool. Really? Don't worry about it, Chrisabel. You'll get there, mate. Don't worry. Don't worry. And everybody does things differently, you know. So lots of guys out there, if you watch on YouTube and stuff, are really good at, you know, building cool buildings. Something I'm pretty bad at, to be honest. I really struggle to do nice aesthetic designs like, you know, I mean, Kibitz and Total Eclipse and all those sort of guys. They do amazing stuff. I struggle with it. I'd like to do flat, organized factories, which, yeah, anyway, I will take you around the world and show you what's going on. Give another 15 or 20 minutes and then I'm going to have to go to bed. No, fair enough then. Don't do that. Just enjoy it and work it out yourself. There's rocket fuel production over there. It's quite simple once you get to it. However, a water tower structure going on here, that's been around for like forever. I think I built that in 150 hours into this run through, I think. It's supposed to look like the water tower from my hometown. Doesn't really, but they're both round and they've both got red lights at the top, so I suppose that's something. Coming through here, so this is oil production. Basically just making plastic and rubber. It is a bit of a mess, but I'll just jump off here, go and have a quick squiz. So that's kind of the extent of my building artistry. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but that's about as good as I get on occasions. I have half has not even been covered yet, and the reason it's so big is because when I built this, when I went to update 7, we didn't know that there were unlimited power shards. Maybe you don't know that either yet. So everything was built here to be able to handle no power shards. So it's quite large, as you can see. And excusing this mess here, it does produce a fair amount of plastic and rubber. 1, 2, 3, so about 3,000 of each, I think. Yeah, just over 3,000 of each. Yeah, don't look too closely at that because it's just not. It's a bit of a mess, so we'll just ignore that for the minute. Yeah, so all the oil throughout the world comes in here with trains. It's getting dumped off in this area over here, so it's relatively easy to do if you're. I'll say, oil is nice in a way with the amount that you can get out of it. You can do trains relatively easily and get them running on a schedule which gives you a reasonable throughput. There's always a problem with fluids, trying to get things through. So we have quite a setup here, different oil plants or pickup points around, especially up here or up in the desert there. In the red forest. It has 1 or 2 little bugs in it, which I keep having to come back and diagnose, but for the most part it works, and I just sort of ignore it at the moment. Train schedules. No, I got a tip for that. Let's grab one of these trains here and see where it's going. Oh, there's a bug. That wagon should not have any oil in it, so clearly we're not dumping our oil correctly somewhere. We'll have to fix that one day. And there are definitely bugs discovered like 2 or 3 days ago, or maybe a week ago, in some of the production going on up north. Needs to be fixed as well. Up here is the nuclear power plant. Honestly, that's something that's been there forever. I think also started that about 100 or 150 hours into the playthrough, but it's only just been finished 50 hours ago, maybe, since it's been up and running. We're going to zoom past it here, so we'll jump in and have a look. I'll try and snooze those ads for another 5 minutes. The last one I can do that. Then we'll have to take an ad break, unfortunately. For anybody watching on Twitch. I wish you all are. So it's up and it's running. It needs to have some foundations or something put underneath it to make it look a bit nicer, but we can quickly jump off here. Have a quick squiz. Oh, excuse me. So the idea is this is all the production area for it, for the nuclear. Over this side is the processing for the waste. So we're making so the nuclear waste that's coming down from the plant up there gets processed over here, turned into plutonium rods, and then recycled. So we don't have any nuclear waste floating around. So that's that system there. What's in my left hand? That's the hover pack, the control for the hover pack. Yeah, so there's a big waterfall system which I quite like. Bringing down water canisters and sending them up again. It comes in, when does that come? Tier 4, I think. Yeah, so a bit of water getting picked up here, pumped up and sent upstairs. I just don't want to do it with water pipes. So I just do it with canisters this time. Yeah, and there are a few things lying around that are, you know, clearly just need to be fixed at some point. This for example shouldn't be there, but worry about that another day. Is it phase 3? Is it? Okay. I don't know, I completed this a while ago, so not sure where I am anymore, but where those stages are. This is steel production, so it's, if I remember correctly, 900 beams and 1800 pipes, I think. Again, needs to be finished off underneath. I'm really bad at not finishing stuff like that. I get it running and then I just don't, you know, don't finish off the buildings yet. That train is going the wrong way. I'm gonna have to grab a train myself and go. Where should we go? Let's go to demo, one of the demo stations. Desert 1. Sure, let's go there. We don't stop anything too much behind us. So the train network sort of, it's a big circle around the world, around the map. We have the branch line off to the left there, which goes up and around the Spire coast. We have a shortcut through here, which comes through the valley. It's got a name, call it the valley. So up here in the Spire coast, there's not much going on. Oh, there's some mooses here. Just oil pickups basically, and sand as well. All the sand is being picked up. We're trying to unlock it at the moment. It's a T7, it's a 7 that I'm on. Okay. It's very handy once you get it. Very small amount of silica production going on here. We're going to turn off here? No, we're going straight here. Yeah. So, yeah. So sand pickup up there. The desert is quite interesting though. When we get up there, you'll see a bit of a, yeah, well, no, mess is the wrong word. It's very busy. I think that's what the best way to describe it. There's a lot going on with mega amounts of wire production, cables, and lots of other stuff. Oh yeah, tell you what, man, I bought this game on Epic before it was on Steam, and I bought it on Steam as well. But honestly, it's the best value for money like ever. You know, like 2,000 or 3,000 hours of game time for, you know, $60 or whatever it was. It's you know, you can't compete with anything. Last week we're going to go this way. So this, just to explain, this bit here is going to be nuclear pasta production. Not completely finished yet. We have, I should turn off this self-driving because I want to get off in a minute. Oh, you forgot about it. Oh, it's funny. Right, stop please. Yeah, so just to kind of explain what's going on here. Over the far side, which we'll get to in a minute, ads are going to start in about 40 seconds. So when they come on, just let me know, and I'll stop talking, and I can carry on when we get back, when you'll get back. But basically over there is wire, stators, rotors, motors, turbo motors. Over here is basically this is all steel stuff for making modular frames. And then in here we have some heavy modular frame production, some fused modular frame production, and eventually sending these back. So 18 fused frames, 18 heavy frames, and a bunch of modular frames, and a ton of reinforced iron plates, all heading back to the main base. Oh, ads are up, ads are up. Okay. Oh. Right, so I'll just stop talking. I won't stop talking, I'll keep talking, but I won't move away from here unless you all tell me that there are no ads. To remind myself of what the hell's going on in here. Steel ingots, that's right. You don't get ads. Okay, well, since you've been commentating a lot, I'll just keep talking. So there's a whole bunch of steel production going on here. These are all steel ingots, except for this level here, which is steel pipes.
Oh,
yep,
shit.
a bunch
I
of
was
steel
just
pipes.
about to pop my cookies.
Because over here, yeah, it does, yep. We have a bunch of manufacturers, which look like they're backed up, which they shouldn't be. Oh, there's heavy modular frames. So let's have a quick squiz over here. Where's the modular frame production? Where is it? Is it this one? Oh, this is heavy as well, I think. It's heavy modular frame. Where are my modular frames coming from? And here? Oh, that's reinforced iron plates. This one? This is not it. That's encased beams. I should put labels on it, honestly. Where am I? Is it this? Is it just this? No, that can't be it, surely. Heavy. Okay. No, I'm going to have to track back my modular frames. Oh, they're right here. Okay, there you go. Right, so clearly what's going on here is this is a... It's just been a while since I built this here. This is a blueprint that includes modular frame production and heavy modular frame production in one unit. These belts are tier 6, and there you go at 1200 per minute. Like the ultimate belt. Yeah, so that's this. It clearly has a small issue. Although it says 100%, this is not correct, and this is not correct. It should supply items at the same rate that it consumes them, is the idea right behind all this stuff. So clearly something's gone wrong here at some point. And I think it's because I had some issues with wire earlier on, and that may have affected production of the encased beams. Or there's the concrete, I'm not sure. I did have some issues a little while ago. Okay, look, the pipes now. I think it was probably something to do with the pipe production. Anyway, I can come back and balance that up some other day. Point is, it makes a lot of stuff. Oh, can I grab another train? There might be a train coming from here. Or we take the shortcut over. That's a copper plate stream? Copper sheet, sorry, copper sheet stream, train. Let's mosey on over this way. And we'll see, this is, I think, reinforced iron plate production. These look like iron plates, yep, and that looks like wire. That's coming from over here, so this is iron plate production, so it feeds into the reinforced iron plate production, which feeds into the modular frame production. Yeah. So again, stuff over here that needs to be tidied up. But we're getting close to the wire and steel wire, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on over here. These are making motors, rotors and stators. So rotors on one side, stators on the other side. There is a bunch of production going on here for crystal oscillators. Yeah, a small amount of clipping going on. Then over here we're making a bunch of radio control units, some of which are going to production of turbo motors and some of which are going back to the main base. 90 of them apparently. A lot. Oh, okay, 90 radio control units, that's nice. What's going on over here? Let's reinforce iron plates. That's a bit boring. But that's for making the crystal oscillators. Yeah, it might get a bit laggy over here. Were they? I wouldn't be very impressed with some of my stuff I do. Although honestly I don't care sometimes when I'm putting it down to get it running. So like the Fixmas stuff, you know, I wanted to get that Fixmas ornament bundle stuff running as quickly as possible. So it's just laying belts everywhere. And now you can clearly see I'm going through and trying to tidy it up a bit. So this is the wire and quick wire production going on over here in this lot. You see there's quite a bit. This is an issue we discovered I think about a week ago. I just haven't been back to fix it yet. For some reason this wire is backing up. Yeah, you use a lot of it though, but most of it's used to make stators and rotors. There's an alternate recipe you can get later on which lets you do it with wire and steel pipes, instead of using whatever the hell the original recipe is. It makes it much easier and much more efficient. So that's why there's so much wire here, but not all of it's being used. This bunch here is going over to the side there where it's actually doing nothing. There's nothing consuming it, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that at the moment. I might have a wire train that goes back to the main base. I'm not sure there's going to be much point there. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. It's there. It needs a train to pick it up, to take it back. Yeah, so a lot of this stuff has been tidied up, but not all of it yet. Making a bunch of motors here, AI limiters, and so on. And the target is, this is the target. So this should be doing 18 turbo motors per minute. Looks like it is, but electronic control rods, we had an issue with that earlier on. It wasn't producing enough, and that has just led to a backlog. It's working all right at the moment. AI limiters, we had a problem with the quick wire feeding the AI limiters, and that led to a problem feeding this, which basically meant that these weren't getting enough control rods per minute, which meant that they filled up with all these other items. In an ideal world, you should be able to do this. Oh, I don't have enough room for that. Get rid of that. And everything should fill up and run a sort of an just-in-time system, which it will. Yes. So, oh, there's a train just gone. This is the pickup station. This is where we send all the turbo motors and stuff back to the main factory. Like I say, it is a bit laggy. Around here the frame rates are not great, but it still works. I'll show you my aluminium factory. Got to go over to that. There's a little copper plant going on over here. Let's take that then. Let's grab a train. Make sure there's nothing. Oh, actually, just take this one. Wherever this is going. Not going exactly where we want, I think, but oh, actually, it might be. You're going right in. Oh, perfect. It's going to the aluminium plant anyway. This is some copper sheets going on over here. The fairly simple setup, that one. Yeah, but to be honest, my alloy factory is not making anything particularly useful at the moment. It's only making casings, aluminium casings, to send back over here to make the motors with. So I actually need to build a second one somewhere to make heat sinks and whatnot, because I actually have no heat sink production going on. Casings are useful. Yeah, there are a few alternate recipes use them, and you can increase your production of a few things when you get them up and running. Over here, but not initially. If you've got none of the alternates, then yeah, it takes a little while. This is what's this? This is quartz crystal production. This was the very first building I built in this save. Well, the first building outside my main base area. What was that one? Oh yeah, now we're going to head down here to the aluminium. Quite an elaborate sort of train system going on here to get things up and down. You've got to be a little bit careful with trains that you don't make the ramps too steep. Otherwise they really struggle to get up. They lose a lot of speed. And another point I'll show you in a bit is you should try to, when you're joining on, like especially up in an area like that, when your branch line is joining onto your main line, you should try to ensure that the branch line is flat where it's joining in, before it's joining in. So if there's a train on the main line and you're coming in from the branch line, and the branch train has to stop, then it can get up to speed quicker if it's not on, if part of it's not on a slope, if it's flat. So when you get around to building trains, try to do that. Yes, so this is yeah, don't want to look too closely at this. This is also a work in progress, I think is a fair way to say it. It's stuff like this gets built, runs, tested, and then you don't come back to it for ages. And then, yeah, unless there's something goes wrong. Oh, what the hell's going on here? It's not used anymore at all. Yeah. But a bit of a mess. But here I can tell you how many casings we're making here, because I think there is a counter somewhere. Or is it over that side? Let's go have a quick squiz. See what we're using. Yeah, they hinted on the next update. What do they hint? 900, 900, 450, 450. What's that? 918, 27? 2700? What what do they hint? Tell me, Horsey, tell me. So while he's writing that up, some of this aluminium you can produce with silica. So if you have access to this recipe, quartz purification, quite a good one. I mean, you have to have nitric acid, which is also a reasonably high level sort of thing, but it gives you an absolute ton of silica. And with the silica, you can make a ton of aluminium very efficiently. But to be honest, you don't need to stress about it too much. You can also use this recipe. I use this all the time. The straight, the pure aluminium ingot, which is about the first alternate in the aluminium tree you can unlock. But I do a lot of, every time I build aluminium, I do a closed loop water system. Don't know if you've tried that, or if that's the way you did it. A lot of people will, because it takes water in and it has water of an output, they'll take the output water and use it to make concrete or something, and then just sink the concrete. But if you set it up correctly, you can reuse the water. So it means your extractor doesn't have to run so high for supplying the system, and B doesn't mean you set up for concrete afterwards as well. You use the one to make multiple things in a circle. Okay. So you mean like this, or you mean with concrete on the end? Oh, what I say. So in my case here, is this a good example or not? You don't have concrete on the end. Okay, good. yeah, there's a few tricks you can do. I don't know if you know them. It's definitely a good idea to have some sort of buffer at the front, like this. And what you can also do is, if I've got this right, if you, geez, I hope I get this right. This is the pipe that goes up to the buffer. Yeah, I'm pumping here. These two here, if I remember correctly, this water will get pulled first into here, and then it will get topped up with water from here, because that is at this point. Tell me I'm right, horsey. I sure as hell hope I'm right. That might actually be rubbish. There is a flow rate to these. You know what I mean? So if I've got 210 water coming back from here, from the two refineries, coming up here and pumping out into the single line into the buffer, this gets taken first, and when you can't take any more water from that, it takes it from here. So I get 210 from here, I get 90 from here, and then that's my 300.
Shit. I was just about to pop my cookies.
Something like that. But anyway, definitely the buffer helps. The buffer helps preload the system. So prefill the buffer, prefill this with water before you turn it on, and then everything tends to be fine after that. You'll work it out, I'm sure. Yeah, so there's something, some very cool balancing systems going on here, which I should have shown you back at the heavy model at the modular frame factory. There's a whole bunch of things going on there. There's quite cool, like a 36 part per minute splitter and an 18-minute part per minute splitter, and I think I even have one that goes into the decimals. It can be quite quite interesting task sometimes to do the splitting to make sure everything's working correctly. Oh my god, it's late. 1:30. I have to go to bed. But we're almost finished our tour. We're almost back to where we started from. So we can go to the main base, and then we can we'll just look at the second power plant as we go along. That's something else I should point out. I don't know if you do this sort of thing. Ooh, why are we stopping? That's quite a stop. Wouldn't normally do that. So I set up my power in a tiered system. So I have basically 3 levels. I have a base system, which, if you like, which you sort of manually boot up, if you like. You can do it straight from biogas generators if you want. This is, sorry, just what we're here on the subject. This down here is the second rocket fuel plant. Trying to go around at the same speed as the train is going down the twisty bit. So yeah, so the rocket fuel plant here, and just over there is a coal plant, which is tied in with another coal power plant over the other side there, which we might be able to see a bit of. So essentially what it is there's 16 or 32 power plants, coal power plants, which are full of coal, full of water, and they supply the power to all the water extractors and the coal extractors, or the miners, sorry, that are used to power all the other coal generators. So then those coal generators, the second stage, if you like, are running on their inputs will never run out, if you know what I mean. They'll always have they'll always have coal and always have water, because it's supplied by a system which is independent and which should not shut out, because it's been built at the right level. That's I'm not explaining that very well. I'll show you. It's probably easier to show you when we get over there. And then the third layer is the rocket fuel / nuclear level. So we have a look here at this power network, for example. This has production of 375,000 megawatts, and about 62 of that comes from power boosting, which is something you'll learn about in tier 9. And it's a mixture of those 2 rocket fuel power plants and the nuclear power plant. The nuclear only supplies 60, I think. So the rest of the sort of base energy is about 180 or something, or 250, comes from the rocket fuel. And anyway, let me quickly show you the startup base. This has been gutted a bit, but this is still all original. This was my first central storage area, my only central storage area. So built in here. Initially there was a small factory here. Some of it's still running, and the idea was to just very slowly gives purple power slug. Sorry, I just saw your comment. It makes iron plates and reinforced iron plates. It made rotors, motors, stator, and things like that, just really slowly, and use them to fill the bins here. So you go away and do something for an hour, you come back and your bin's half full of whatever you want, you know. And then it sort of expanded a little bit. So this was sort of stage 2 of that, and this was making AI limiters and, you know, a few other bits and pieces, circuit boards. I think we had it going on here, copper sheets and so on. Yeah, there's a few purple power slugs there. You don't need them later on. You don't need them. When you get to tier 8 or 9, whatever one's the last one, you can make artificial power shards. So you don't need to kill your slugs anymore. But while you are killing them and doing things like that, they do look cute. Yeah. I guess you know this trick, the summer sloop trick, which you should always do, especially early game. Get yourself a summer sloop. I have no hot crushing. Oh, that's all in a bin somewhere on the other side of the world. You know, to double your output of your slugs, especially. Don't put a slug in it there first if you've just built this bad boy, or you're doing it with a manufacturer or or anything basically. Don't put your important thing in first. You know, put your summer sloop in. Take a recipe that's, you know, I don't know, make some iron plates and chuck some ingots in it, and then switch over to make your slugs, or to do your slugs, and then you won't. Otherwise you'll miss out on that first run, because the first run never doubles up. Yeah. So anyway, let's go over this quickly. This is iron production here. This has existed since day dot, basically. And while at that stage I didn't know, or we didn't know, there was only update 7, that we were going to have belts capable of taking 1200 items per minute. So this was designed for 600 max speed belts, and it's just a bunch of you know, melters all running at 100%. Nothing's overclocked here, but it's all split, so there's it's all balanced. So there's a 4-way split here, same here, and there's 20 in the line. So this is a 5-way splitter. It takes the items coming in and splits them into 5 different evenly sized proportions. One set of which goes straight to here, and the other ones get split up into the left and the right. So that's that basic stuff. So there's 3 lines of iron going on here. Honestly, none of this is being consumed really to speak of. It's just it's all going to these sinks over here at the moment, because the idea is it will eventually go up here to be consumed in the main base, but yeah, we'll get around to that one day. There's a bit of quick wire production going over here. This was recently upgraded. For a long time it was also just smelter arrays set up here. Bit of steel production. Oh, this was quite cool. This is a 13-way splitter that takes the inputs coming in, just basically 12/13ths down this line and 1/13th down this line, which means you can then have well, I guess 13 or 26, I don't know, I haven't gone over here, split up down here, because that's just the way the numbers worked out when I was building it. But I like that, and it's dual level. I think it's 7, isn't it? Maybe it's the 13. No, it's 13. I said 13. Yeah, 13-way splitter. Anywho, that's not what's going to be ending this little demo. This is a train station. So all the trains in this world have 5 wagons, except for the oil ones, which have 3. Right, don't make a liar out of me. And so everything comes in here, will get dropped off into the bins, and then it will go underneath. But also the frame rate is quite bad here as well, I do apologise. So we've got a whole bunch of bins under here. So the trains dump everything into here when they come in, and then we have a single belt from each bin, comes out here, runs along this bus, goes up here, converts over to this bus, a bunch of smart splitters here which will feed everything off into these resource sinks over here. So the idea is that these input lines here will never back up. We don't want anything backing up, filling up the bins underneath the train station and stopping the trains from dumping. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Don't actually have a train running from here to the nuclear area, but that might come at some point. Yeah, and so then the idea is over here. Eventually, I'm just going to quickly fly over there. Oops, that's the wrong button. Over here. So. Oops, am I away from the power? Get back to the power. There we go, got power. So this is the sort of the end game, if you like. Space elevator marked up on top here. And in here we have basically storage area for all the space elevator items. Not all of these are full, I don't think. No, they're not, clearly not. There's a bit of additional storage over here, which also is just all space elevator parts. So the idea is eventually at each of these stages here, so this is all the items or all the production steps needed to make all the items for the space elevator, are going to be sort of on each level here. So this one here is, you don't know what these are yet, so I won't go into too many details of it. But the idea is to make 5 of everything to send up to the bins per minute. It's not a massive number, just 5 per minute. But it is quite. Some of them have quite elaborate build processes coming in behind them. So this one's probably nuclear pasta, is it? Dark matter crystals. Okay, something not to worry about. So that would be, this level will be these items, and then underneath we'll have, as many items as we can basically fit on a level without overcrowding it too much. Until we get down to, what's this level doing here? I think this is automated wiring or something. Yeah, exactly. Automated wiring, which you will have done. And then there'll be smart plating down here, basically. And all of this here, I don't know what the hell it's going to be, actually, to be fair. I was going to originally have this as the whole production facility for all the ingredients to go into the space elevator items, but since a lot of them are going to be delivered by train, I might actually end up just ripping all of this out. I might do anyway. So anyway, the whole point of it is, I want to be able to have a system here where I can flick a switch, turn a whole bunch of awesome sinks off, because awesome sinks are consuming these items here that are coming in. Turn them all off so that the items will start coming into the constructors and manufacturers and whatever. And I want to know, how long does it take from turning that switch on to getting 5 items per minute of everything, every space elevator item, coming out at the top there, when it's a balanced system, with the balanced input. So that's basically the target of that. That will be a long way away. Anyway, that's the idea. Excuse me. I'll just quickly nip over here and show you the power. So what I was explaining before. So with the coal power, I'll let this autosave do its thing. I was saying before, I have 3 layers of power network. So the pink ones here, ask me how many there are. You can probably work it out. 2400. What does each one do? 75 megawatts. 2400 divided by 75. By 75 is 32. Okay. So 32. And what they're doing is this power network that comes off here is heading over to the the coal nodes that are basically here. There's 4 of them. I think. Are they all normal? I think they're all normal. So that's a fair bit of, that's 2400 coal at this stage that we can get out of that. So the power goes over there. That same power network also comes under here and powers the pink extractors. So the pink extractors are on that power network. The blue extractors are on the secondary network. But what these pink ones are doing, the pink ones are supplying water to all of these coal generators. So if we look at this coal generator system, this also has the geothermals plugged into it as well, just for additional, a little bit of additional power. And so you see what I mean? So this lot ensures that the water for itself and for these guys doesn't stop. It also ensures that the coal coming for itself and these guys doesn't stop either. Which means that in this power network, you don't have to have any power coming off, which is supplying the infrastructure required to make this power network run. What you do instead is you take this power network, yep, and initially you just use this for your factory, and then you should never have the dreaded, the dreaded noise of the power breaking off. And then at some point when you build something like the rocket plants, or you get into normal fuel or turbo fuel or something like that, you switch it around. So you basically shut down your factory for an hour, you disconnect it, you use the power to then fill up the infrastructure for those factories or for those power plants, and then you take the power that they're creating and use it again. So that's what's going on here. This is it's a consumption of 22 or 23 thousand megawatts, and basically what that's doing is it's powering the miners, the extractors, the manufacturers, the blenders, all that sort of stuff. It's used to make the rocket fuel here and the rocket fuel over there and all that stuff we saw at the base of the nuclear power plant at the top. So that's what that's used for, and that's why there if you look around you'll see power lines running around. It's not completely distributed around the whole build yet. That we have 2 of these large towers, one's black and one's red. The black one is from this power network and the red one is from the rocket fuel power network. Yeah. So that's basically how I hopefully ensure that I never have any problems with power. And everything here runs, hopefully, not going to make a liar out of me, runs basically just in time. So you can see it's burning its last fuel, and the next fuel arrives just as it's about to run out. And if everything's running correctly, the last one will be about the same. It might have one extra. It just depends on how the splitters work. Sometimes they're Anyway, so that's basically that. Nothing else really to say. The inside of the map here is quite empty. There's just a few trains running around there. That's all the big stuff. So like oil, nuclear, motors, frames, steel, Fixmas now. Fixmas, and then eventually everything being assembled here. Like I say, we'll need some more aluminium, but that's not a big issue because actually we have a bit of bauxite from up here, which you can use to make some more aluminium. Yeah, that's it. I say that's it. That's a tour that took about 45 minutes, I think. So I appreciate that. Thanks very much for everybody for coming in. I'm going to save that. There you go. 1,000 63 hours. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. What else we got here? That's also that's Horsey's old factory. New beginning, Smoko Village. How much got there? So that's another thing with 973 hours in it. Neki Town. That's only 300. That's 114. Rudy Goldberg. That doesn't really count because that's a break off of something else. So is that one. Badlands. I do that. Ah, okay, there's 2 or 3 that are... Well, there's this one which is over 1,000. There's Smoko Village which was almost 1,000. And there's a couple under there with all 3, 4, 500. 3 or 4, 500. So, Aussie, Chrisabel, thank you very much for the raid and the follows and everything else. Really appreciate it. Horsey, thanks for the bits, mate. That's pretty awesome. No worries. Happy to. And it's great to have some fellow Antipodeans jumping in and saying g'day. Really, it's nice to see people from this part of the world getting into Satisfactory. It's really cool. Do you have anybody you want to raid? Any recommendations? Since we've got you guys in the chat here, we're going to definitely go and probably try and raid somebody. Yep, thanks, Chrisabel. Any recommendations? It's a bad time, isn't it? They're all speaking German or Russian, or you don't know many yet. Nobody I'm following on. Horsey, you're not streaming, are you? No, it's not your day, is it? Yeah, exactly. Well, which is fine for me because I used to live there. I can understand what they're saying, but you guys can't. What about who am I following? Is anyone I'm following? Who's up? Rush Barrow, Red Squirrel. What's he doing? From Tarkov. Oh, Loco. Good raid, Loco. I don't want to do that. Probably doesn't accept grades my size. Just turn it off. Smaller or similar size. Oh, let's go for the same category. There must be somebody here that we can go and have a long with. Give me a second. Tea time Twitch. English, I prefer South African. Afrikaans. Who's that? Johannes? Who's that then? Is he any good? I can generally take tips from Horsey. He's generally a pretty good tipper. Dude, that's French. You speak French? I've only been in a few times, but he's a froggy. Nothing wrong with froggies. Oh, there must be somebody. Let's have a look at Tea Time Twitch. He's doing a nuclear build. Let's see, I've got to put wait a minute, I've got my speakers on the wrong thing. I can't hear what he's saying. Give me a second. That one. Well, it looks like he's having fun. Do we go in to give him a raid? Okay, so this is a guy called Tea Time Twitch. Oh, he's been up for 8.5 hours, so I know who knows how long he's going to keep going for. But we'll head off there. Chrisabel and Phantom, and who else was in? Aussie. Thanks very much everybody for coming in. Enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy your time with Tea Time here. See you again one day soon.